Welcome back, fellow coders. Jared O'Leary here with BootUp. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can clean up the Amazing Maze Game project by using functions. So right now we have this forever loop that's got a lot of code in it. It's kind of messy. So we're going to make this a lot easier to read, because if somebody were brand new to our project and were to look at this, they'd be like, I have no idea why this is all here. So we actually have 3 sets of code. So one set of code, the bottom part, is checking to see if we're touching our goal. The next set of code, the middle part, is checking to see if we're touching the color of the wall. And then the other chunk is checking to see if we are pressing any of the keys to make it so that Scratchcat will move. So what we're going to actually do is create 3 new messages, one for each one of these. So we're going to go over to events, and we're going to use a broadcast and wait block. And we're going to put 3 of them inside of here. 1, 2, 3. So the first one is going to check to see if a key is pressed or movement. So movement, we say okay. The next one, we're going to check to see if we're touching the wall. So we could say like touching wall, question mark, touching wall. And then the last one, we're going to see touching goal. Or goal. Okay, so now that we have each of these, it's going to, in our forever loop, check to see if we're pressing any of the movement keys, check to see if we're touching the wall, and check to see if we're touching the goal. But we need to make sure that we add in one more block for each one of these messages. So up here, we're going to say movement. If we receive the movement, it's going to check through all of this before going to the next one. And the next one is going to check to see if we're touching the wall, question mark. And then the last one is going to see if we're touching the goal. Okay, let's clean this up. So now we have it a lot easier to understand what's going on, because our forever loop is going to go through this, and it's going to forever check to see if we're doing any of the movement stuff, and we can see where all the movements are. Check to see if we're touching the wall, we can put all the code there, and check to see if we're touching the goal. So this is really good practice to do. Instead of having one really long forever loop of stuff, break it down into little chunks, so that way you can quickly go through and be like, oh, this is all the code for the touching wall, let me add it and change it. This is also really great to pair with commenting, so you can add in comments saying this does etc. So go into your project and find any chunks of stuff in this maze game or in other projects and break it down into little modules or sets of code that you can use the broadcast, message, and wait blocks for.